Let's get to it. How did we come up with this decision? We're not retiring, and we're staying at TNT after this NBA season.
TNT, I told you they had to come meet with me. They flew to Philly last week, and I said, "What's the deal?" And they said, "Hey, we're gonna keep doing the show." And I'm like, "What?" And they're like, "We're gonna keep doing the show."
What does that
And
mean?
that's what I said. That's what I said, Dan.
Okay. Okay.
So I said, "Hey, y'all know my number one priority is to keep people working at Turner. That's always been my number one priority." And Dan, they said they're gonna keep doing the show, and I said, I'll take a pay cut." I said, "I'll take a pay cut." They said, "That's not necessary," and they said, "We're gonna continue doing the show." I don't have any idea what that means.
Wait, you had to ask them when they said that what do you mean after this season we're going to continue to do the show? And they
Well,
said what?
I think they're gonna try to figure it out. Uh, I mean, because we won't have the NBA, so I think they're going to try to figure it out. But my number one concern, Dan, has always been the people at Turner. So even if we do something, a lot of people at Turner going to keep their job. Like I say, Dan, I have zero idea what we're going to do.
Is this going to be a sports show, a nightly sports show with you guys that you don't have the NBA, but are you creating your own sports center type show?
Well, first of all, I don't think we're going to do it every night. No, Dave, we're not going to work every night. That's not going to happen.
Okay.
But I truly believe they want to keep people employed at Turner, which was my number one priority. And I think we're gonna have to try to figure it out as we go. Like I say, they couldn't give me any concrete plans because they don't have any concrete plans.
Could you have gotten out of your contract though? Because you talked about they have to let you out of your contract. Did you try to get out of your contract to go and talk? I know you talked to the other networks that are going to carry the NBA.
I asked them, do they want me to take a pay cut? Because once they told me we were going to keep people employed at Turner, I was good to go. But then that's been my only concern.
Okay.
Like when I said I was going to retire, that's because I didn't want to go work for another network. Everybody was out there talking about Charles said this for this for this. The only reason I said I was going to retire is because I didn't want to go through the hassle of breaking in another crew and go into another network. And when they flew up last week, I was totally shocked when they said, "No, we're going to keep the show going." And I'm like, "Well, what are we going to do?" They're like, "We'll figure it out in a year and a half."
Yeah.
That's exactly what happened. But like I say, hey, once I could keep people employed at Turner, because Dan, I got to tell you something. I've heard some of the most horrific stories the last 6 months from people I work with. Because, they're telling me, and you know what? And my heart was really hurting because, and I'm not trying to be all this and whatever. In fact, like people telling you, like, "Yo, man, I'm married. I got kids. I got a mortgage, and I'm going to get fired." I've never been in that situation before. But to hear about it from some of my closest friends at Turner, once they said those people are going to keep their jobs, I'm like, whatever y'all decide to do, hey, hey, listen, I don't know anything about tennis, but I know we just got the French Open, so like, hey, I don't need Paris. Welcome to Paris, my friends. Like,
are you going to be like Snoop Dogg for TNT?
No, I don't want to be on TV that much. Listen, the good thing about it, if they get crazy going forward, I don't have to stay. And Dan, I'll be honest with you. My biggest thing right now, what I've been thinking about, like I love TNT. I love everybody behind the scenes. The reason I'm staying at TNT so people can keep their jobs. But that does not mean I'm gonna stay there forever. I can promise you that. That's not gonna happen. I'm just happy that I was able to. I'm just happy a lot of people at Turner gonna keep their job. That was my number one priority.